Everybody wants to be somebody. Everyone sees the Lambos, the watches, the $20,000 masterminds. But what they don't see are the 3 a.m. breakdowns, the missed birthdays, the crippling doubt. Everyone wants to build a business, become an entrepreneur, but no one talks about what it really costs to do so. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 brutal realities of being an entrepreneur. The stuff that gurus and fake flexers never talk about. And I'm not speaking from theory. I've lived it. 10 failures deep. So this is the truth. Reality number 1, it is lonely as anything. They say entrepreneurship is lonely, but they say it as if it's a Pinterest quote. So let me tell you what it actually feels like. Your phone lights up on a Friday night. Your friends are all heading out and hanging out. And you stare at the screen knowing that you can't go. Because what you're building, it doesn't run without you yet. You eat lunch at your desk alone. Again. You miss family events. Relationships drift. Not because you don't care, but because you care so much about this dream. About the dream that no one else sees yet. And over time, people just stop inviting you. And that's not a vibe. That's a void. And what gurus will tell you is surround yourself with high-level people. Your network is your net worth. They paint this picture like you'll instantly be a part of those mastermind groups, shaking hands with millionaires, collaborating with visionaries. But what actually happens is that you're alone. You're at your desk at 10 p.m. You're watching your friends go to dinner while you're Googling how to fix a Stripe webhook error. I remember sitting in my apartment once, empty fridge, missed call, late at night, and I thought, this can't be what freedom actually looks like. And the truth is, no one claps for you when you're building. And at the start, it's not networking and strategy sessions, it's isolation and doubt. You're your own cheerleader, janitor, HR, sales. You're your own CEO. You wear all of the hats. And reality number 2 is that most people lie about their success. Because here's the irony of the game. The people that are flexing the most often are the ones that are making the least. You see the screenshots, the watches, the jets. But what you don't see is the unpaid contractor, the refund requests, the business that's barely hanging on. I've been in rooms with real operators, the ones that are doing $1 million a week in sales. And guess what? They have 200 followers. They're not dancing for clicks. Because real business doesn't need a filter. And gurus say that, just copy this funnel. Run $5 a day in ads and sit back and let the passive income roll in. They show Stripe screenshots, rented cars, Shopify dashboards. But they never show you the churn rate, the refund emails, the support tickets, the true profit. And what actually happens is you sell your first $1,000 offer and get a refund request 3 days later. And worse, someone copies your content, slaps their own logo on it, and runs the exact same offer. Meanwhile, you're seeing people online flexing the 2 Comma Club plaques, but you know that they spent $950,000 to make $1 million. The truth is, most of the loudest people online are losing money. Real builders, they're quiet. They don't show off because they're too busy optimizing their back end. Don't measure your progress against someone's highlight reel. It's a real thing. Because if you measure something off of someone's highlight reel, you'll always feel sad. And the reality number 3 is you are going to fail way more than once. I've failed 10 times, gone broke, rebuilt, got screwed over, made it back again, lost it all again. And every time I thought, man, maybe this is the time that's finally going to break me down. You'll pour 18-hour days into a launch and it flops. You'll land a dream client and they ghost you. You'll question everything. And right there, in that moment, that's when most people quit. But the ones who win, the ones who actually succeed, they aren't the smartest people in the world. They're not the luckiest. They're just the ones that kept showing up every single day, no matter the cost. And what these people online will tell you is fail fast, fail forward. And they make it sound like failure is a badge of honor. And you have to fail to succeed, but they show you, but they never talk about what it feels like to fail. Especially when your rent's due in 4 days. And what actually happens is you spend 6 weeks building a funnel, recording, editing, copywriting, just for 30 views. You hire a contractor who promises the world and ghosts you after payday. I once launched a service I thought was going to be a home run, best product in the world. I did 5 strategy calls with potential clients. 4 of them ghosted me. One said they have to think about it and they'll get back to me. Nothing. 0. And I was out thousands of dollars in preparation cost. And the truth is, failure isn't a vibe. It's not cute. It's confusing. It's humiliating and costly. But what will happen is if you don't learn how to stand up fast, you'll stay down. You have to be willing to go with everything that happens and stand up again. That's where failure is a badge of honor. Not just failing because failing sounds cool or it's something you can flex online. And reality number 4 is you're going to work way harder for a lot less at first. Entrepreneurship isn't about late breakfast on the beach. It's bleeding cash, praying that payroll clears, answering emails at 1 a.m. You'll work 80-hour weeks to avoid a 40-hour job. And it feels like you're just sprinting in sand. All of your effort, it won't feel like it's moving the needle at all, but it is. Every system you build, every SOP you write, every painful lesson, that's leverage. But it's just silent at first. And the progress does show up, but it doesn't show up for months. And what people online will tell you is, escape the 9 to 5, be your own boss. They make it sound like sipping matcha at 11 a.m. and taking calls by the pool is how the life is. But what actually happens, you're the first one awake. You're the last one to stop working. You fix the website, you send the invoice, you close the sale, you write the emails, all before lunch. There's no HR. There's no IT department. It's just you. And when something breaks, well, there goes your Saturday. And the truth is, you will work way more for less in the beginning. It's 80 hours a week and maybe, just maybe, you'll make $2,000 that month. But you're not working for money. You're building leverage. And reality number 5 is there is absolutely no finish line. You're playing an infinite game. You think once you hit $10,000 a month, it gets easier. Then $50,000, then $100,000. But the problems, they don't go away. They just get way more expensive. I remember sitting on a beach chair, watching Stripe pings come in, my first $1,000 day. And you know what I felt? Nothing. Not because it wasn't worth it, but because the time that it took to see that success, you're just too exhausted to celebrate it. And that's when you realize freedom doesn't come from more revenue. It comes from systems. It comes from ownership. From doing things the right way, not the loud way. And what gurus will say is, once you hit 6 figures, it gets so much easier. Or once you need to scale. You just need to scale. They make it seem like there's a magic number where everything starts to click. No more problems. But what actually happens is when you hit $10,000 a month and you feel nothing, because the work doesn't stop. The clients still need you. The fires still pop up. Your time is still stretched thin. I remember the first time I looked at my bank account and I had 50 grand in that month. And all I could think was, now I've got to figure out how to keep up with this. Because it's the first time. And the truth is, there's no finish line. There's only new levels. And each one comes with new pressure, especially if you haven't done it before. And if you don't build systems, if you don't learn the steps to weed out all of the mistakes, you'll just be more tired. More anxious version of your broke self, but with nicer problems. So if you're still here right now, if you're deep in that dark part of building a business, trying to hold it together with words that people say of, just go follow your passion. You don't need to do this. You don't need to build a business. Understand this. You're not crazy. You're not failing. You're not behind. You're just building something real. Something tangible. And the people that build things the right way and build real things, they always feel it harder. They get the worst end of the stick. But that's how you know that you are on the right path. That's how you know that you can sleep well at night. That's how all of these failures, all of these trials, all of these errors that you have done that make you doubt yourself, that make you think that, man, none of this is worth it, I should go back to my 9 to 5. All of those failures is what is setting you up for that first win. Because I promise you, when you get that first win, it tastes like nothing else in this world. Knowing that you built it. You didn't just buy it. And that is the key to all of it. Having pure awareness, knowing that what you're doing is right, building it the right way, not going off gimmicks or flexes or some guru fake system that doesn't work. Knowing that you built something from scratch that creates financial independence is something that you will always hold true to yourself, and your confidence level increases and your ability to think through things and decipher information skyrockets. So if you're in that situation, just like how I was, just stay calm. Just breathe. Just feel that, you know what I'm doing today, as long as I'm doing the right thing, I'm going to get to where I want to be. And feel peace with that. And always keep grinding.